Welcome back to another day here on the pixelborn Lorcana client. Today, we are playing Disney villains. Before we jump in, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment, join the Discord, all that fun stuff. But this deck is based around, of course, Hades, King of Olympus, an 8 uninkable 6/7 who can shift for 6. This character gains +1 lore for each other villain character you have in play. So naturally, the only four non-villains are Maui, Minnie Mouse, Rapunzel, and LeFou. Of course, when I saw that Mother Gothel was a villain, I knew Rapunzel had to be in the deck for the huge card draw combo. LeFou's in here so we can potentially quest multiple times with Hades safely. Maui's just a powerhouse of an attacker, and Minnie Mouse is just really difficult to get rid of. Additionally, there's not a ton of villains. I chose Ruby because Amber had like 5 villains. There's one villain we didn't go with, and that's the 4-cost Hades with the recursion. That's because he's uninkable, and our uninkable is at 13. I actually ended up cutting some songs as well, just because of the uninkability. What else can we say? We're going to get on the field fast. We're going to attack. We're going to do some damage. We're going to quest really big with Hades. And we're going to win the games. Or not. We will find out. Let's jump in and see if we can't win a few. I'm giving away the new Rise of the Floodborn booster box this month, January. I'll be giving them away February 4th-ish during a live stream. All you have to do is make sure that you are subscribed, a member of the Discord channel, and most importantly, share each and every video that you come across. Those 3 things is all you need. That'll get you in for the raffle. We'll be doing the live stream again in February, early February. Don't miss your chance to win a free booster box. Go win first. I do love going first. Oh, let's see. I definitely don't need either. I don't need anything that's uninkable right now. I do have a Queen Shift, and I do got Rapunzel. Possible we can get Mother Gothel as well. Oh, I got the queens. Ooh, okay. So what's the play? This goes turn 1, turn 2. This would have to take us to a turn 3 at the best. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, turn 4. I like it. It does require that we draw a lot of uninkables, though. Or a lot of inkables. Don't draw uninkables, deck! Don't do it! I have jinxed myself. I really would like to keep all the cards in my hand. And ink everything that comes off the top. Don't you do it to me, deck. Don't you do it to me. Opponent, you have to push the pass the turn button. That's how this game works. I know, it's difficult. It's very unintuitive, I will give him that. When I was first learning to play this game, very unintuitive on how to do stuff. And then we're getting new players every single day, so... We got lucky, we got our inkable. I will play the queen, please. Questing, questing, questing. Pass turn. That's such a tough thing to overcome. A turn 2, the queen commanding presence, and we're on the play. It's a very strong and very difficult position to overcome. You're gonna quest. That's gonna be a mistake. Yes, just keep giving me those inkables. Alright, I will do this. We will quest. I'll reduce the Lilo so our queen takes no damage. Take out the Lilo. Lilo's gone. Bye-bye. Pass the turn. Alright, we might get a Queen of Hearts. Sensing Weakness? Yep, that's the name of it. Sensing Weakness next turn. Let's hope opponent's not playing Amethyst and running a Fox. I think if they are, they're going to take out the Queen. Okay, it's Steel. Even worse! We might just see straight removal. Like a smash. Or a fire the cannons. Either way, a queen dies. Alright, opponent. What are you plotting? What is the shift cost on the big report? Oh, we just found out. I called it. I didn't even know what it was, but that's the card I was thinking about. That's funny. All right, it's something I can't attack. Unless they... Oh, opponent. Oh, opponent. You shall have such regrets. All right, we're going to play this first. Now, I could just choose to attack it instead of questing and draw 2 cards. And I think I will. Just because I want to draw some cards. Yeah, look at all this. I drew 2 uninkables. Such uncool. At this rate, we're actually not going to be able to get Rapunzel to do anything. So it's probably going to be inked next turn, if I'm being honest. Still, I'm only halfway to my Hades. And at this rate, we might not even get to it. I have considered putting lanterns into the deck. I know somebody's going to comment about it. Lanterns are uninkable. And while that would be fantastic, since there's only 3 cards in the deck, 3 be prepareds that aren't characters. So lantern would work on like 99% of the stuff in the deck. It's uninkable. And that's rough. You guys will see I'm about to draw an uninkable card. Oh, inkable. What are the odds? Alright, quest. Yeah, I gotta do the power play because it's not a May ability. Quest. Rapunzel's not even a villain, so I'm gonna hold on to it for ink just in case. That way we could definitely get Tremaine down. It has more value as a healer, so running it out right now doesn't do anything. Well, I do like that. So what you're telling me is I get to quest here, reduce the power, increase the power, take out the character, draw a card, and then I get to play Lady Tremaine. Oh, there's a card that I'm glad to get rid of. And then I get to play Lady Tremaine and wipe out the Grand Duke? That's pretty cool. Pass the turn. Oh, just in time. Oh, Sad Boy Beast. I do like me some Sad Boy Beast. Can't attack it. It has 3 power of its own, so I don't really... The only thing I'd want to quest with, I think, would be Lady Tremaine. Is this he is a prince, and we know he's running the Grand Duke? Yep, Grand Duke. Technically, Prince could be strong enough to take down the Lady Tremaine. I mean, I just want to have villains in play, right? Do I want to play the Queen? Or do I want to play Scar? Well, if I play Scar, I can guarantee I have another ink to guarantee a Hades. And at the same time, I can hold you up. I will quest with Lady Tremaine. There is the possibility we get the attack, and maybe there's a heal. I think what I'm most worried about is when it has an inkable, and then they can sing the swords and cast the swords. But that's a very specific hand. That's the ink. Don't be double swords now. Lantern for what? For nothing. Okay. There's the combo, but now I have to ink one. Well, that one's at least a villain. I will play Hades. And then I'll just pass the turn because I just win next turn. A little greedy. I should be questing with my characters. I could quest rate and go to 19. Hades with the 1 is already good enough. But that's not what I came here to do. I'm showing a big, powerful Hades. No, opponent, come on. Not fun, opponent, not fun. Oh, second. Oh, I got the combo and I have a queen. Man, what do I do? What do I do? This hand is sweet. Do I go turn? Let's see, we're on the draw. Okay, I'm gonna keep the hand for sure. Everything is inkable. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, turn 4. I got the order. Everything else is ink at the moment. Opponent's playing steel, so we can expect some removal. All right. Well, they said whoops twice. What, you just forgot to play a 1-drop? That's not the end of the game, my friend. Come on, guys. It's not the end of the game. Second. Oh, let's see. Don't want you, don't want you, don't want you, don't want you, don't want you. See if I can get these guys. I got the little one. Come on, Mother Gothel. Dang it, no Mother Gothel. I had the best hand. And then they quit after 1 minute. Game, I already know what's in my hand. Do not make it do the pop-up. It's very annoying. You know what I still really like about this deck? They didn't get to see a Hades, so they're not gonna put together. No way that they identify, oh, that's a lot of villains, especially when I have 3 non-villains in my hand. 4 non-villains. So they have no idea that I care about my villains. Opponent, you have to end the turn. Opponent, come on. Like, you know how to play. You bought a thing. Now I'm considering if I dump something from, you know, this other nonsense. Whatevs. Whatevs. Ooh, Sapphire Amethyst. You do not see that very often. It's the 2 colors that draw cards best. I wonder how many items we're gonna see. Just a ward? Okay. Opponent knows we have a queen. They probably want to use the removal for something important. So I think we definitely want to... If I'm not going to get a Mother Gothel to come down turn 3, this Minnie Mouse would be good. What could they have? I see 1 point of damage in the attack, but that doesn't seem worth it. It's possible they have nothing, right? They're just playing the best that they can. There's my Hades. Just noticed we got him. Was not paying attention to that at all. And that was an item I just saw. Alright, opponent's ramping ahead. Ooh, a Rush Queen is just as good too. Takes that down with 1 point of damage. I can't negate the damage entirely. Minnie Mouse is still good though. I will be out questing. I mean, I'm out questing this way too. No point in doing anything fancy. I can't target it with the reduced attack. And I did ink, yes. I did ink. I inked a LeFou. I do like that feature. I know it's not technically against the rules, but you know you could always be like, Judge, I didn't see what my opponent inked. They need to reveal that last one. Arthur? Opponent's gonna go for it. Well, I could draw the 1 card. And I think I need to keep Maui at this point. Need to be just aggressive enough. Another queen. Something to ink. Alright, so they're going to gain 5 between these two. 3 on the face. Arthur gains the bonus 2. Thankfully, we won't have to deal with Arthur once. They could play a snake and bounce Arthur, though. So, I mean, they could just net 5 here and then... They're not going to, though. They're going to net 6. That's still really good. That's aggressive. And they can replay the Maleficent. Means no spellbook, though. Okay, so Arthur obviously goes down here. Can do it with a Maui, though. That way I can maximize my questing potential. Let's do it with a Maui. Look at that, 10 power. Arthur never stood a chance. King of what? Not of Olympus. Alright, opponent can go for 5 here. And then I wipe them out, and then they got nothing left. And then they got nothing left. And there's the concession. Yeah, they know it. Ooh, such fun. If only you worked on the ladder. I love going first. Alright, 13 uninkables in the deck, so it's something we gotta keep in mind. Don't need this many queens. LeFou's a little early. Gaston mostly is here just because he is a villain, and he fits into the 3 slot quite nicely. Let's get rid of those and see what we come up with. I have a King of Olympus. Every card in my hand works with him, funny enough. I love how that works out. Let's see, we're primarily yellow down here. No, red, aren't we? It's all these queens. Gastons, queens. Gotta be careful with how we say queens, because there is the queen, and then there's queen of. There's a Maui. Ooh, Ruby Steel. This is going to be a pure removal deck. This will make Hades exceptionally difficult to use, which means he's going to be stuck in our hand for the rest of the game. At least until we decide to get rid of him by playing him for removal. Or playing him into removal, rather. Cinderella, Cinderella. Alright. I don't need the dragon. Too expensive right now. Let's get a Gaston in play. Alright, we'll see what opponent thinks of that. They don't know that we're not really rocking any songs. In fact, they're seeing Ruby and Amethyst, and they likely don't even see the villain thing yet. Storm will take out Queen. And they hard cast it. That is interesting. Am I going to get rid of this queen for a Maui? Probably. Very expensive hand. We have to make some pretty tough decisions here. I will quest. I don't anticipate, if our opponent's playing both of the removal colors, I don't anticipate being able to actually make Hades work in this particular game. Weight set. That's the draw card when you play something big, right? Yeah, so they do anticipate playing something big. They didn't attack back. They're probably going to play a Maui. So if that's the case, I'm going to ink Mother Gothel. And I'm going to play Queen of Hearts. That way my Maui is worth something. Besides just a good attack. Opponent wants to try to draw cards off their big stuff. I'm going to draw cards off of attacking. Big Cindy. The only downside is we only do... Hey, that's enough damage to kill a Cindy. Right? -2 is 4 damage. It has 1 damage. Heck yeah! Usually Cinderella's kind of a problem. Love it. And then I can quest. I can't untap. Never mind, I can't untap. Not yet, anyway. I mean, short of playing a Maui, which they might have. Which they probably have. I gotta imagine that's the turn for, right? You get up to 6 so you can play 5 for Maui and pay 1 for the... Crap on a cracker. I was afraid of a Lady Tremaine. Nothing I could do about it. And then our Lady Tremaine only takes out their little thing. Their Tiana. And then I don't have the ability to play a second character again, so we're gonna get a second Lady Tremaine out of our opponent. Crap on a cracker. No, we've lost the game. Good job, opponent. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Ooh, I love going first. Metaversity Jason. What a name. It didn't used to say the names at the beginning, did it? You had to wait after your mulligan. Oh, I got my queens. I do have the Rapunzel. Can I get Mother Gothel? I cannot. Man, you're a 4 of in the deck, you know. You know this, right, Mother Gothel? There's 4 of you. 1, 2, 3, and then a 4 possible heal. Yeah, looks good. 5 for a second queen. We can still make this work. And we're on the play with a turn 2 the queen. We're gonna be fine. Probably. Alright, I don't need 2 queens. I do need ink, however. An opponent doesn't need to know we're on Ruby just yet. They can assume we're a Steel Song. That is a pretty classic opening for a Steel Song. Either that or Cinderella. Cinderella, Cinderella. Amethyst. Ooh, with Pascal. Pascal hasn't been seen play in a long time. Alright, let's put you away. Let's get you down. No fear of the fox just yet. They already inked it. Pass the turn. Ooh, a fairy godmother. Gotta be careful of that. Their little characters could all of a sudden turn out to be huge threats. Thankfully, it's not on cast. It is on quest. You may be important at some point in this game. I feel like I'm not going to get a lot of healing done. And I think I kind of want to go with my evasive route. Either way, I want to also have the board presence to be able to quest just as fast as our opponent. This is like the aggro bounce version. Are you going to be paired with Amethyst? Or Amethyst. Obviously Amethyst. I meant Amber? So you can get your Lilos and such in there as well. Protective Simbas. In fact, they got a really good slew of bodyguards. Are you ready to show me your second color? You can still play a snake. And replay Pascal. Or you could play Fox and trade me. Okay, you're gonna play Fox and trade me. That's fine. That means Pascal's vulnerable. I will take it out. I'm just slightly ahead on lore, but that won't last very long. I will take this opportunity to get Rapunzel down, draw the extra card. Ooh, LeFou's not bad. Alright, so we know one card in their hand's Pinocchio. They did have a snake. There's the Pinocchio. Oh, a second Pinocchio. Opponent. How aggressive. Alright, so I could question both. I have to give up Maui if I want to play both my other characters, though. That's a tough one because Maui is pretty freaking good. Better than a LeFou, I would say. I think we're inking the LeFou. Gonna play the Minnie Mouse. As long as the opponent has a way to bounce those guys, I mean, they're tough. That's 6 lore just between those two. But they need a way to protect both of them. Once they're gone, they are gone. Still don't know opponent's second color yet. Snow Queen, so they care to tap our stuff occasionally. Ooh, they are very... I just have to discard both cards because I don't have songs. Or what does it want? Songs or... Action. It's an action card. I don't have action cards. That is good. Opponent doesn't rock board wipes. I mean, yeah, we play Maui. It's free value. I get a quest for more. Doesn't really matter who attacks here, right? I guess we'll put the damage on the one with the biggest butt. There's an argument for putting it on the evasive because they're just harder to deal with. Quest for 2 takes them to 13. Then they can gain 7 on the following turn. No, because I'm going to defeat one of them. Yeah, I defeat you here. Play my queen, and then I don't really have a choice. I mean, the game is very straightforward at this point. Question is it victory or not? 4, 5, they gain 5, go to 18, so do they have a way to gain the additional 2? They could be a goat gamer, but do they have a... They could gruesome and grim out a goat, and that could be victory. Oh, and I can't even show him the Hades. Alright, Minnie Mouse, I think you've earned it. Fan-freaking-tastic. Yes! First against Frank! I don't know who you are, Frank. I just like going first. Okay. Easy put back, easy put back, easy put back. Do like the queen. I like the Minnie Mouse. Oh, I got the big queen. Okay, we got there. We got it. We're on the play turn 2 commanding presence. We're in a good spot. All right, if I'm gonna play 3-drop, I'm gonna be playing Minnie Mouse. So there's that. Unless I top deck a Rapunzel into a Mother Gothel, that will change everything for sure. Ruby Amethyst. Alright, how aggressive do we need to be? The answer is yes. Still think this is a solid play. Archimedes is not strong enough to take down the queen. And there may be something, but I'm completely blanking on what would make... What would give them the power play here to take down the queen. On turn 2. With 1 Archimedes in play. Could see him pitch it just for us to have the 2 damage. It's a little risky because if I manage to have a Rapunzel. Teeth isn't good enough here. They didn't like that I played the queen on turn 2 on the play. It is strong. They did manage to actually get one of my lore. This is the worst card, guys. Don't play this card. It's uninkable, and if you're winning, this card doesn't do anything. And if you're losing, it does do a thing, but you're losing. You need something better. These are some not great uninkables to have so early in the game. I need to get some fodder down for when they inevitably shift the big Tremaine out. Because I do want to keep both of these characters. Interesting. Okay, so I think we do definitely take down the Lady Tremaine, right? But then I'm sacrificing the queen. I mean, it's still a 2-for-1. 2 for 2. Technically, it's a shifted out queen. They can't play a big Lady Tremaine if the little one's gone. But I'm not questing either. It is tough. I will defeat it because it does mean they can't shift. These two would have to attack to take down the queen. If only I had the LeFou right now, huh? He's somewhere in here. This is rough because I still need to ink. And now I have no plays. I effectively have an empty hand. You definitely don't want to see these guys before, like, turn 9. Ooh, Rafiki. Nice. Nobody runs Rafiki anymore, so that was impressive. I need to ink! But they're so hard to deal with. I mean, I'm definitely going to get up to 13. Unless they have actual removal. A lot of the removal is combat oriented. Does 2 damage, or it's a board wipe. It's possible they have multiple 2 damages. That's a lot of cards to get rid of one Minnie Mouse, though. Oh, we haven't seen this queen in a long time. Wicked and Vain. I do need to ink. I do need to ink. Watch me draw Rapunzel next turn. Oh, it's gonna hurt my bones. Maybe I should have played it. That represents lethal. I should have played it. I should have just played it. Now I'm giving my opponent the chance to draw their Be Prepared. Okay, it's not lethal. Still would have taken me the extra turn. Alright, so opponent quests for 5. And then they board wipe. It's the only way they get out of this, right? They have to board wipe. So here comes all the quests, and then here comes the board wipe. Now I just need something. Problem is Lady Tremaine. I have to be very careful. I can't just play out whatever, because I just get Lady Tremaine. I need multiple plays. What sucks is that is one play, but it's not going to be good enough. Oh, it was so close. It's going to fall apart at the last minute. I need to literally draw a 1-drop. I think the only 1-drops in the deck are the other queens. Yeah. It's not going to cut it either. They could tap whatever I play now and attack it. And if they got the big Aladdin, that's a lot of trouble for us. Alright, we'll keep the cheaper character. And I'll hold on to the Scar in case they want to get greedy. That's one tapped. Will you quest with the other? Paid for that one. No way you don't have Lady Tremaine at this point, right? You have the little ones. No way you don't have a big one. Effectively just trading Scar for one little Aladdin. Then they can tap it down and shift a big Aladdin out. Do we actually have a big Aladdin gamer? Or is this just a lore attacking thing? Well, let's find out. If only I had the ink to play Rapunzel too. I mean, that's minimum 3 turns away. Alright, Elsa taps me down. There it goes. And now they shift out Big Aladdin. If they got Big Aladdin, I don't think we win. I need to top deck a pre-prepared, so I will wait for our card draw, but that's the only way we even have a chance. I think that's a trade. We haven't seen a Lady Tremaine yet. That actually is multiple characters. Let's start with Hades. That's a tougher tap because Aladdin doesn't actually defeat it. Maui doesn't defeat it either. But they could trade both of their characters? Okay, well, it's still going to take 2 characters to take him down. That's pretty significant. Really? You should have attacked with Rafiki and then quested. That's just my humble opinion, though. I got the rush, but my character just dies, so not worth it. Alright, I quest for 4, you quest for 2. Will it be enough? Oh, man, they're a lore attacking deck. That's very cool. I do really appreciate that, Frank. You almost didn't get there to see it. Makes sense. The Elsa is problematic. So I could take down the Rafiki, and then they'll lose their Elsa. And I'll trade that way, because I want to have the maximum amount of lore I can get. Alright, they'll lose the Elsa. It's been a really big problem character for us, so it's good to see it gone. Obviously, they keep the Ursula, because it quests for 3. And opponent's not out of this yet. They have a lot of options. And card draw. If I had to say somebody was favored, I would say it's my opponent. Really? A be prepared. Just so you can play another Ursula? Come on now. Opponent's got it all. This is probably the best their deck has ever performed too. And they're probably so excited. Alright, Maui doesn't do anything. It doesn't even take down Ursula. Practically gets to gain victory before Maui can defeat it. I would have to top deck the small queen. Oh, that's gonna be game for sure. I need the board wipe off the top. That's not it. Ooh, admirable attempt. Not even enough to play it. Never could get the Rapunzel to work this entire game. Good job, opponent. Good job. And for the post-game wrap, the deck is fun. The deck doesn't work in ranked at all. There is a video in there's a game in this video where we did play ranked and we just got absolutely destroyed. Ranked has pretty much settled down to like, it really is very tight-knit, just a core group of decks. And if you're not playing one of them, you're losing. So, with that being said, until the next set drops, I likely won't be playing any more ranked games. Because I want to show off these fun combo decks, these interesting off-the-wall things. And you can't show it off if the opponent is winning or has won the game by turn 3 or 4. Yeah, you know? Like, I want to actually play a deck that has some spice to it. And you can't do that in ranked anymore until the next set. So we're going to be playing in the lab from this point forward. But this deck, ton of fun. I only had one game where I managed to get Hades to be the end-all be-all, and my opponent quit before we could actually even quest with him. So, you know, there's that. Hades probably shouldn't be a 4 of in the deck. In all likelihood, should probably be a 2 of in the deck. And buff up some other stuff, maybe some other weaknesses, maybe some actions. But we wanted to play him, and we did. So that was the point. That's going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. There's links in the description down below for the Discord, for the deck list, and also for the Patreon. Yeah, fun stuff down there. That's going to do it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.